Hi guys, welcome back. Anyone that's new, welcome. A little follow up on my cowboy hat I've done the last video I put up. There it is, look at that. It's got a bit of a curl on it. I think that can go a little bit more actually. It's got a bit of, well look, it's still got a bit of give to that. So I might steam it. I've steamed it to get it to curl on some bits. So the knots have stayed all right. That one stayed all right where I glued it. It's all hollowed out nicely in there. It's lightening up quite well. Doesn't fit. It's not my size. I've got to go and kidnap a little nipper so he can wear it and model it for me. Yeah, so really good. Now wood. I'm still not 100% sure. You know, it's got some lovely ripple in it. From what I can work out, and what I've been told, is it's actually hornbeam, which is Europe's hardest wood, which would explain why I had so much trouble. I mean, the tools were a nightmare. Do you know, I had to actually get it off the chisels with a Stanley knife and scrape it. It went like plaster, the dust from it. It went absolutely solid. And that's what was happening while I was turning, why it was so hard for me to pick up another cut, because it was actually clogging up on the bevel. Nightmare, really hard. And all the shavings, they come off, they land on the floor, and you can see it's this pale colour. And within like 5-10 minutes, it's gone pink. And all the shavings went pink. And then as they've dried, they've gone white again. So really weird. But anyway, that was my cowboy hat. So I'm really pleased with that. That's come out nice. It's still dry. It's still got to dry a little bit. And then I'm going to do a little bit of hand sand on it. And then I'm going to do a spray lacquer finish on that. So, and that's a nice hat, that one. And I've got another piece of this wood, same size. So might be doing another one. Right. I've just been playing with my carbides today, and I thought you might like to see. I'm just having a play with some carbides. People have been asking, some people said to me, why didn't I do it with carbide? Because I like doing the traditional as well. I like using both lots. You know me, I've got all the tools, I like using them. Traditional as much as I do carbide. But I've been turning some little live edge pots like that, out of firewood. And that's all it is. I buy these bags, they do the bag of all these bits of firewood like this. I got them at Snayton, and £5.50 for a bag full. And I'll tell you what, some lovely bits of wood in there. This one didn't have any bark on it, and I actually cut that in half because it fits. They're a bit big for my wood burner, so I cut them in half. And when I cut it in half, the grain inside is absolutely gorgeous. And I wish I'd actually kept that and turned that as a bowl. You just don't know what's going to be inside a piece of firewood, do you? So, anyway, if you like doing natural edge, then I mean these are bits of ash, these, and they got the barks on nice, but it's what they are is they're really punky on the end here. You can see where the grain is. You look at that, they're not the nicest of woods to turn, and you know what that's like if you're turning with carbide. If you scrape, guys, but I'm going to show you how you can get a nice finish and how we can turn little bowls like this just using our literally the standard type 3 set. If you've got your 3 chisels, your square, your round and your detail, then you can turn these little bowls like this. You don't need any fancy hollowing stuff. Most of that's done with a square chisel. So, and I'm going to show you how we do it. Now I'm going to have a little play and you can watch. Right, now for me, I'll turn this one first. Let's have a look. Let's see, I don't know. That one's got a nice bit of bark, but I've got a feeling, I think they're a different bark actually. I'm not sure now whether that bark might come off more than this one. Although that one's losing its bark there. What do you reckon, which one?
The one on my left.
You want that one?
Yeah. Try.
Okay. The word has come. Right, okay. So I'm going to mount it on. Now I do it between 2 step centres, okay? I'm very happy turning between centres, okay? I don't mind. I think if you've got it all securely put between centres and you don't do anything silly, you're good. So I'm going to put this on here and I'm just going to see whether I've got it right. It's slightly over on that bit. Let me have a look. Do this by eye pretty much. I'm going to take that off and just bring it over a little bit. Just over to there. Right, I want to scoot it that way a bit. I'm going to try and keep the bark as much in line as I can, so it will hopefully Yeah, that's all right. We go with that. We get it round anyway, and we'll see. We can always move it now. Nice and tight between two step centres. If I do get it sort of bites or anything, it can slip. Okay, but it's not going to come flying off at me. I'm quite happy it's not going to. If you're not happy, then don't do it. Do whatever way you want to do it. Okay. Right, now, because I've got these point bits here sticking out, I'm going to take them off first. And I'll show you do that with the round chisel first. And I'll go that way so I can keep the bark on. I don't go up that way straight away, because your chances are you'll push the bark off. Okay, and we'll see what we're going to get. Right, mask on, because obviously we're turning this. It's got bark. Anything could come for you. Don't want a bit of bark flying off it in you in the face. It will hurt. And start off. Like I said, I'm going to have a square chisel, and this is just for the standard Type 3 set, okay, 14mm square, 12mm round, okay. Detail I might use a bit later, I'll leave that up there for now. Right, okay. Right, Lisa's safely over there, so I'm going to turn the lathe on and stand over here and let it spin up and do its speed. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to come in, I'm going to have my chisel up slightly, and I want to take these corners off. Now, I can turn left or right handed, so it's easy for me. I can stand right out of the way and go. If you can't, try and get yourself up this side so you're out of the way a little bit and come this way. Right, I'm going to stop that and just have a look and see how I'm coming. Right, yep, I'm keeping that bark on. I'm just taking the corners off, that's all. I've just taken the corner off of it. Right, which is all I want to do. So we're in line there. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this round this way a bit. Oh, that's it, it's just not hitting, that's it, it's not hitting. No, that's touching slightly on there. Right, bring it around there. Okay. Nope, now I'm hitting there. Right, now we're okay. Okay, so I'm going to start up. Now I'm going to start using the square chisel. I'm just going to come in. I'm just going to follow the shape that I want. Now you don't have to grab hold or anything. Look, I'm all nice and light holding. Just coming in. Right, I'm getting a bit of a gap now between my tool rests, so I'm going to bring it round to there. Now see, it's slowed down because it's taking too much of a bite, so it just spun a little bit. Just tighten it up. Right, now I'm going to stop it so I can have a look and see how big a piece. Right, I've still got these sides here, so I've got to come in a hell of a lot. Now you can see we've got some doing this way, we've got some really nasty tear out. That's what you're going to get if you're pushing in, so, but don't worry about it at this moment. All we're doing is getting this down, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my tool rest round to the front, so I can see I've got to get these sides down to this width here, okay? And like I said, don't just push off that way because you'll push all that bark off. So I'm going to stand this side, I'm going to go this way. tool rest in. Keep your tool rest nice and close, otherwise you'll get grabbing. And don't try taking too big a cut, especially when you're going sideways, because it will try and kick the chisel over if you take too big a cut. And at this moment, I mean, we're getting all these shavings, but they are scraping. I am scraping it at the moment, but that's allowed. Right, we're nearly there. Look, nearly got rid of the flat. Oh, I've got a bit of a flat on that side. Right now, I've got too big a flat on that side. So that tells me I need to come this way a little bit. So I'm going to do that now. Otherwise, I'm going to lose too much of the bowl. Okay. So I'm just going to come over to about there. So let's put it off center. Okay, but that should save me losing too much of the bowl. Okay. Cutting the wrong way. I should be cutting this way, but if I do that, I'm going to knock that bark off. So sometimes you have to just go with it, but I will finish my cut going the other way. Right, so let's see if we've got it round. Yeah, I think we're near enough there. Yep, we're there. But right now, I'm hoping you can see that we have got quite a bit of tear out, rather a lot of tear out, and that's because we're just scraping at the moment. Okay, but we're going to get a bowl of this size, which is about 3 inches diameter, so that's not too bad. So now I'm going to bring this in here because I want to just get a little bit better. Actually, no, I'm going to leave it that way and come in at the bottom and just get a little bit better shape to it. Okay, so I'm going to come across from the bottom. Establish where we're going to have our foot, which is going to be about there. So I'm going to have a foot about there. So we'll just take this like so. Right, so we're going to be coming around here. Now, you can roll your cut ropes. I don't advise it with the square chisel, not when you've got something of this diameter, because especially if you're new to turning, you're either going to catch that bottom point or that point. It's going to give you a bit of a skip, and it's going to just put gouges in and ruin the piece. So, for me, go over now to your round chisel. Okay, roll it over. You come round. start to get this shape that we want. Now we're using our bevel there. Now what I want to do is I want to sort out this tenon on the bottom. So I'm going to cut in there. So I want to put a dovetail on it. So there we are, got a nice little dovetail bit there. We'll clean that off. Right, and we're going to come in. Oh, a little skip there. Little skip, sorry. I just caught the wrong side of the wood. There we go, we're in there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come in here. There we go. And we're going to get our nice little shoulder there. Okay? So that's our foot done. Now, we're going to get a finish cut on this. Right, let's have a look, see what we've got. Right, yeah. We've got no tongue. Oh, our tenon's not quite big enough. Look, we've got a... Sorry, I thought that was big enough there. We've still got the bit at the bottom. I haven't gone in enough. I'm going to have to redo that little bit on that tenon. Okay, so let me start that up. Hang on. I hadn't looked, so I didn't notice. It looks here, it looks like it's complete, but it's not. Okay, so I'm going to come in here with a square chisel. Cut that right down to it there. Right, I reckon, yeah, that feels all right now. So we've got that bit done, so I just want to put a slight dovetail on here. So I'll come in with a round chisel and just cut in, okay, like so. Just cut in there like that and just use the back of the cutter there. Cut in, that's it, I've got my dovetail. Okay, so now I'm just going to reshape that little bit on that bottom. Nice and soft so we don't knock the bark off. Right, there we go. So now we should all be nice. Yep, we've got tiniest little bit of torn grain there. Nothing up there, right. Can't have that, we've got to get rid of that. I've got to get rid of that little bit. Otherwise that's going to cause me a problem. Because it's a bit of firewood, see? I never intended this to be a bowl. Oh, there, it's gone. Tiniest little bit, but that's going to be all right. We're going to get a bit of sanding done on this now. Right, so start off with a 180 grit. .240. 320. I'm not going to bother going up to 400. It's only a practice piece on firewood. Right. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of my sanding paste on here. You can use whatever sanding paste you have, guys. If you want Yorkshire grit, use Yorkshire grit or any of those ones. I use my own because I designed it so it works at speed. I don't have to turn my lathe down. And if I turn my lathe speed down and I start turning slower, which I'm actually down a little bit anyway. Oh, that's it. There we go. If I turn my lathe speed down and I start doing it at a slow speed, it don't work. Right, that's my sanding post. Right, now I'm going to use some of my wax. Again, it's just my own wax. I made it and designed it so that it works at this speed. Right, there we go, guys, that should be done. There. It's not a bad looking piece. All that torn grain's gone. No torn grain. Some quite nice chatoins or whatever you want to call them. Right, so. There we go, guys. Nice shine to it. So now, let's hollow it. And again, we're just doing Carbide Chisels. Right, oh, I didn't see all those shavings up there. What happened?
Yeah, they went flying.
It's been snowing. It's been snowing, hasn't it? Shavings everywhere. Right, okay, guys, I've got to put a chuck on. So let's get a chuck. Now, I should have done me 10 on it the right size, hopefully. We'll never know. We'll see. I did come in for another go, so I'm thinking it'd be this chuck. Let's have a look. Oh, it might not be that one. I don't know. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, that'll do. I've got it. Good and proper. Tight and a quarter. There we go. Right, okay. So now, get our towel stock out of the way because we don't need that. Oh. Bring this in.
It's raining.
Oh, it's raining. It's chucking it down. Just started raining. Right, I'm going to drill a hole first, just to give me a depth hole. So, where am I? Yeah, I'm just slightly off on the centre. There, I'm on the centre. Right, very easy to make up, guys. A tool handle and just put a drill bit in it. That's all. Just make yourself a handle and put a drill bit in, and that way you can just for doing little things like these, little projects like this. Can I get that tool rest a bit closer? Not really. Right. Well, I'm going to go just up to where the bar stops me. It's not quite long enough, so that's it. So just come in gentle, get on the centre, clear the waste. There we go. That's as deep as I can go with it because it's hitting the tool rest. Right. And now, I think I'm all right on that centre. As I've, let me get my face shield back on. Right, I'm going to start off the hollowing by using the square carbide chisel, which is using a 40mm square, and I'm above centre, okay? I'm above centre, so I'll be angling down into the hole. So just make a start, and go back to the centre. Now, two reasons why we're above centre. One, if we don't come above centre, we won't get into that hole. The bar will keep pushing us away. The other one is if we're above centre, we angle down slightly, reduces the chances of getting a catch, okay? Do not put this under your body and do this. Because if you do get a catch, that piece is going to go flying. If you get a catch with this, it will just give you a little kick, and you see it the other day when I got a catch when I was doing that piece. If you get a catch, it just comes out. It's fine. Don't overhold it. And don't try and take too much at once. Right, and you can look down the side of here and you can follow it with your chisel. So you can keep the sides going down parallel. And like I say, guys, do it in bits, do it in stages, don't try and do it all in one go. Be kind to the wood and the wood will be kind to you. You try and bully it, it'll fight back and it will win. Right, I'm at the bottom of what was my drill hole. So I've reached the bottom of that, so I'm not going to push any deeper with the square chisel, because I'll be pushing with the whole of the flat and that will cause it to grab. Okay, so I'm just now going to clean it up. I'm going to just clean the sides up and get them all level with the bottom, and then we'll be changing chisel. Just go very gentle, get all this dust out of the way, like that. Now, so you can just come in gentle, roll it over slightly, you can touch the side, look, nothing can happen, look. Okay? And then just come in. Right, there we are, let's stop and have a look at that. So stop, hoover. Right, now as you see, we've got quite a good finish here. We've got a lot of tear out here on the sides, on the end grains, which we've got quite a bit of tear out on the end grain bits there, which we're gonna get because we're just scraping. That's all we're doing. You don't want to be sanding it out, so we're going to come in now, and we've got a lovely clean bottom on that. If I can get this light to sort of show you, I don't know if you can see from that. There we go. So, stand in the way of it. What donut? Hey, what donut? I put the line in, they'll go stand in the way of it. No one can see a bloody thing, can they? What an idiot. Now I pulled the... There we go. Right, okay, we're back in business. Let's get this light in a way that you can see, and it won't be in my way. It's always going to be in my way, isn't it? Right, anyway, there we go, sort of roughly. Yeah, you can see it. Right, so we've got a nice flat bottom and we've got our size down, but that's basically, that's pretty much at the depth, so I don't really want to go much deeper. Now, we're going to clean it up with a round chisel now, because as I said, the square, you can only scrape it on the inside of the bowl. Now, we've got to be careful with the squares, you know, I always say, I always like to roll it over. And now where we was above centre, now we want to be on centre, okay? We don't want to be above. We want to be dead on centre like that, okay? Now, normally, what I would be saying is roll it over. Well, we're too narrow a pot here. We can't come down up here, okay? And what's going to happen when you get to that bottom, this wing's going to be up, so this is going to catch on this side. You're going to get a catch. If you come across the bottom, again, you come across, you can get in and right, but you've got to be careful as you roll up that this, you don't get you don't get this bottom edge on this side and this top edge catching the bottom. It's too much cutter, you'll get a nasty catch. So a lot of this we're going to come across, but I'm going to show you how you get that shear cut. It's not a shear cut, it's a shear scrape up the side of the bowl. And that will be by dropping our handle right down low, and we will be cutting here on the inside, okay? We won't be cutting on centre line, we'll be cutting up on the top end of the bowl, okay? And coming across. And that's how we're going to have to do that. Now I want to try and get this light if I can. Oh, blind me. Blind me, why don't you? Right, I think that might be totally in my way. Let's get it down there. Right, yeah, you might be able to see a bit better with that. Yep. Are you okay there?
Yep.
Right, okay. Just get that tool rest away a little bit there. That's it. No, it's going to catch this side. Don't want it to knock that bark off. There we go. Right, we're okay. Right, so mask up. Now we're just going to get some clean up cuts on this bottom, okay? So we come in and we'll roll it over. We'll take our bottom off like that. Now we're okay to come right over to the edge. Right, I can see a little line there, see? Get this out of the way. I think I've got a little bit, hang on, I'm just going to get a square. I think I've got just a little bit there in that bottom. There it is, what I left from the square. That's it. Sorry guys, I'd missed that little bit. Right, so we're coming across from the bottom. Right, I'm onto the side. Now, by dropping our cutter down and coming round with our tip. Now, hang on, sorry, this torch is getting in my way, I can't do it. I'm hitting it, I'm hitting the light, so that's got to go. I'm afraid, guys. Yeah, this should be alright. Okay, so I'm coming across on this bottom. So I'll come across, and then by coming right round with my chisel and dropping the handle, I can come up here. What we want to see is if that's got rid of some of that tall grain. I've got a very small, I can just see a small ridge there.
go. Right, I think that might have got that torn grain in. Yep, and there we go. We've got no torn grain whatsoever coming up the side. Okay, that's where the end grain is, and we've got no torn grain. Let's just give that a little back. So I'm hoping now, get the light, you can see that we've got no torn grain on the sides there. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of sand, and that's going to be the end, finished. We'll start off with a 180 grit. Watch your fingers on these sides. If you don't feel comfortable doing it, use a stick or something. I've got a super smooth bottom that don't even need sanding. $2.40. 320. You can tell you're going to catch a knuckle at some point on this bark, don't you? Right, there we go. Good sanding paste. Just cleaning the dust out. For that bottom, yep, got it. Go on to the bottom without getting your knuckles wrapped. Ah, that was my knuckle. Yeah, it got me on the knuckle. I thought it would. I know I was going to get one little wallop. Right. There we go, guys. That's not a... Yeah, it just caught me knuckle there. It's alright. No damage done. I'm still beautiful. Right. So, let's... pop that off the chart. Right, there we go, guys. It's quite nice inside. Okay, quite nice outside. Yep. Right, now what we do, I don't know, I might be able to get that on that chuck and use it as a jam chuck. I'll see. And hopefully we can take the bottom off and get it completely finished for a change. Like I say, it's not a pretty what's it piece. This is just something as a bit of fun, bit of play, bit of practice with your carbides, really. Let's get that out of the way. Bring it out. Tail centre out. Stock up, and I'm going to go for a 0.1 now. This is when I like a point, and I should be able to get on that centre. So that was it. Yep. A little bit of pressure, not too much. We've just got to hold it. That's all we've got to do. How long have I been on this really quick video?
40.
40 minutes. So this was only going to be a 10-minute one. Right, now I'm going to take the bottom off using the detail chisel. Okay, and I'm just going to come in. Oh, way too high. Right, now don't just push it in. If you ride the bevel, come in and just take it away in small nibbles. Yeah, I'm right for that. To keep it rolled over like this, just now you'd use a spindle gouge. Okay, and then we can come in here, we can pick our cut up here. We can take it off, because remember, a little bit deep, we want a little dip in the middle, don't we? Because we don't want it to sit in the middle. So we've got to take it off in stages. Right, okay. Right, there we go. Little dip there. Right, I've got a little foot just inside there. I think I'm going to take that off. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to come in here. I'm right closed up on the side here. Okay, to make this little cut like that, and then I'm going to come in. Using the edge of the cutter there, and I'm going to pick that up. Right, that bevel, okay? Now I think I can take this down quite small. Now what I'm going to do a little sand there before it does come flying off. Get that out of the way. I don't think it's going to come off because this is virtually stopped, look. Doing that side better. Right, okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to have a little bit of wax here ready, because I don't know how long I'm going to have. I think that's held all right. I'll put that sandpaper. Right. There we go, guys. All finished up. And it sits flat as well. I lost me a little bit of rubber matting, but never mind, we'll pick that up later. Right, so there we go, guys. Just a little quick video.
45 minutes.
It's only 45 minutes, so it's not too long to watch. Quick little video, making a little live edge bowl out of a piece of firewood.
Yeah.
Okay. Just using we used our detail just to finish off the bottom, but basically that's all done with your square and your round chisel. So you can hollow it out with your square chisel and then just come in and make your tine. But you need to do that sheer scrape up the inside. If you just go in with your chisel and scrape it on something like this, the end grain is going to tear out like mad, okay? Especially with something like a live edge, like an ash as well. It's going to just tear to pieces. So you need to come in, you need to drop your handle, and you need to cut up here. So you're cutting on the top. You're not cutting on the centre line, okay? That's what you do with carbides. So now, I've got two. Look at that.
There you go.
His and hers. That piece of firewood, £5.50. Cost you more than that. Go and buy a piece of that wood to do a live edge. So there you go. Right, thanks for joining me, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Toodle pip.
Bye, guys.